In Basic Camera Controls Part 1, we covered the first 3 core controls that form the foundation of camera operations: ISO, shutter curtain or shutter speeds, and the aperture or f-stops. In Part 2 of Basic Camera Controls, we're going to cover the focus modes on a still photographic camera. Remember the following from Part 1. The mechanisms for adjusting the basic camera controls on your camera, they may not be in the same spots of the equipment demonstrated in this video. So again, it's best to have your camera manual handy or download the digital version from the manufacturer's website. I've put links in the description below this video for downloading digital manuals from popular camera manufacturers. Now, let's discuss focus modes. There are 4 primary focus modes, but we will concentrate on the 3 most commonly used modes. First and foremost, there are 2 basic ways to capture a sharp image. You can use either manual focus or autofocus. Whichever method you select for a given shooting session, both are normally controlled or activated by a switch on the camera body. To enable manual focus, select manual focus on the camera body, if you have that switch on your camera. With some camera lens combinations, autofocus must also be turned off on the lens when using the manual focus mode. With some cameras, switching off autofocus is done through the menu options. Refer to your camera's manual if you can't locate an on-off switch for autofocus on the camera body and/or on the lens. We will dive deeper into properly focusing the image and when to use each focus mode in later videos. Continuing with manual focus, this method gives you total control over where you want an image to be focused. It sounds simple enough, but it's not always as simple as it sounds. Using manual focus requires some precision and planning, and as already mentioned, that topic will be discussed in later videos. In short, manual focus is best used in low light situations and for close-up photography. It is also best used when your image area seems to be flat, meaning the foreground, subject or middle areas and the background appear to blend into one another. If you're going to use autofocus, you need to be aware that autofocus comes in various modes: single, continuous servo, and hybrid autofocus. Let's talk about the first one, single, also known as AFS and sometimes called one-shot autofocus. It is not the best automated focus mode, but single or AFS mode is best used for stationary subjects. Think landscapes, or a stationary subject like someone posing for a portrait. You can lock in focus in single mode by depressing the shutter release button halfway. Once your camera is focused on a stationary subject, you can fully depress the exposure release button and capture the photo. Single mode does not work very well if you've locked in the focus and then the subject moves. Next, there is continuous, also known as AFC or continuous servo. This autofocus mode is best used with moving subjects. For example, AFC mode is best suited for sports action or a fast-moving pet running in a park. When the shutter is pressed halfway, you engage the camera's predictive focus tracking, which allows the camera to track your subject's movement. Even better, AFC mode will predict the subject's position when the shutter button is released to capture the photo. In later videos, we will cover using all 3 autofocus modes in depth, but at this time, we kept things focused on the 2 most common autofocus modes. Alright, and with this module, we've now covered 4 of the 6 core camera controls: ISO, shutter speeds, aperture or f-stops, and focus modes. In Part 3, we will cover shooting modes, also called exposure modes. Mastering all 6 basic camera controls will open the door to you becoming a truly creative photographer. As I said at the end of Part 1, don't worry if this feels like a lot to remember. Repetition will make all the difference. So get out there and have fun while you learn. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel using the subscribe button found below. Also, make sure to click the post notification bell so you never miss out on new content as it's posted. Last thing, please spread the word about this channel to anyone you think might be interested in learning photography. Remember, if you're going to shoot someone, use a camera. Thanks for watching.